Six Flags St. Louis, and I am currently listening to the Incredible Hulk Coaster soundtrack on the way over there, in case you guys can't tell what I'm listening to. You may be thinking, why are you listening to that on the way to the park? Well, there's a few reasons. One, it's a really good song, or a really good soundtrack I should say. And second, it has to do with my trip plans for this year. I am for sure heading to the southeast of the US this summer, and I will be hitting Carowinds, Universal, and Islands of Adventure, Busch Gardens Tampa, and maybe Fun Spot Atlanta if they get Area Force One open by the time I get there. And I've been listening to the Incredible Hulk Coaster soundtrack off and on recently to get me hyped up for this. So I'm very excited to ride Hulk and see how that soundtrack is. And then also some of the other coasters I'll be riding on the trip that I'm really excited for are Fury 325, Velocicoaster, and then my number one bucket list coaster as of now, which is Iron Gwazi. So I cannot wait to see how all those hold up to my top three as of right now, which as of when I'm recording this, it is the Voyage at number 1, Top Thrill Dragster at number 2, and Intimidator 305 at number 3. I think Iron Gwazi is the only one out of those two that has a realistic shot at being my top 3, along with Fury, but Velocicoaster I'm purposely going in with lower expectations for, so I don't walk off disappointed like I did with Steel Vengeance. So, on the way there, I figured I'd share my trip plans, so you guys can expect content coming from Carowinds, Universal, and Busch Gardens Tampa for sure, and then Area Force One and Fun Spot Atlanta if Area Force One is open. Freeze is going to be closed, it looks like, again, but Boss is not listed up there. Last week it was, so I might get to ride it for the first time this year. Nice. They moved the staging area to Excalibur for today because there is early morning ride time on Colossus, Shazam, and I think also Justice League. I forget what there was. I know Colossus and Justice League were on the early morning entry for a special group of people. So those two rides opened at 9:30, so I'm just waiting for 10:30 or whatnot so I can make it up towards Screaming Eagle first thing like I usually do. We made it. Let's do this. I just got 2 back-to-back rides on Screaming Eagle to start my day. Once in the front, once in the back. First one in the front was all to myself, which was nice. And then I did second to back. And I will say, the drop off the turnaround by the Boss in the back, I don't know why, but it wasn't as strong as I remembered it this time. Don't get me wrong, it was still good. Like, it was an awesome drop, but I don't remember it being that weak. And interestingly enough, I think the drop before that, so it goes to the first out and back section, rises up into a turn way out there, and then the drop off of that first turn before that turn it was better than the drop off turn by the Boss. So I find that kind of interesting, but still, Screaming Eagle, awesome nonetheless. Since Boss is not open yet, I'm heading down to Justice League, since that's usually what I do after Boss. And speaking of Justice League, there are 2 things I've realized. One, exactly 1 year ago from today that I'm recording this, so April 10th, 2021, I hit my 300th max score on it. And I actually did a whole vlog from that. It was my first ever vlog. And along with the next day as well, so I'll link that video in the description of this video if you guys want to go check it out. But a year ago from when I'm recording this, I hit my 300th. And then another thing, I have decided that I'm gonna postpone trying to hit the eyes closed max score until I hit my 1000th max score. I believe I'll be hitting it sometime next year, if I had to take a guess, assuming I don't go for any more eyes closed max scores. Because if I try max out with my eyes closed, I'm making it harder for myself to get 1,000 a lot quicker. So that's why I'm gonna postpone the eyes closed max for the time being. And then I'm going to come back to it once I hit my 1,000th. I mean, who knows? I might do one attempt at it here and there, but as of now, I'm gonna stick to doing it normally. So let's go. Last time I entered this building on my first ride last week, it was a walk-on. So I wonder if that's the case right now. Although I'm not 100% sure if it is or not. It doesn't sound like there's too many people in here, but I could be wrong. So I'll have to figure out what the line is actually like once I get in here. So let's go find it. Sadly, they're not running car 5, which is my favorite car as of right now. So I had to deal with, I think it was car 7, which is I think my second best one. But the blaster on that was a lot less sensitive because I like really mashed that thing in order for it to register quickly. And even then it didn't register as fast as I thought it would. So I think there is room for improvement there. But that was only the first ride of the day. So I'll make sure to get multiple more as the day goes on today. So now I think I'm gonna ride this again because why not? So that's what I'm gonna do in just a minute. Justice League might have to wait because I just heard the siren and the boss go off. So I might head up that direction. I thought they were gonna start testing boss, but I don't think they're about to yet. So what I'm thinking about doing is honestly riding Supergirl Skyflyer for my first time ever because I've never ridden it before, strangely enough. So I figured I might as well get a ride on that while waiting for boss to open. So I don't have to go anywhere far only for it to start testing and then I'm not on the first train of the season. Because I would love to be on first train of the season on boss if possible. So I figured I might as well just ride this while I'm here and then check back in a bit, see if boss is about to open. Supergirl was extremely weird. Like, I actually kind of liked that. Like, especially when we were upside down, seeing the boss's last turn from upside down was really quite bizarre, especially without all the trees in the way. So now I'm gonna wait for boss to open because I heard him testing it. Like, I heard the siren go off a few more times. So I'm just gonna wait it out, see how long it actually takes. Just found some people that I knew, quickly rode Justice League with them, and now I just saw boss was testing, so that's where we're going. So, first time seeing that coaster run this year, so I'm excited to get back on it. So let's head up that direction. They sent one train through here a little bit ago, but I haven't seen another one since. So I'm just waiting to see how long it'll be till they actually open this ride. Really? So it's going to be open today? You're not just testing all day? Still waiting for this ride to open. Maintenance is done doing their checks now, so hopefully the ride will be open fairly soon. But I'm not 100% sure how long it'll be. I'm still waiting it out though, because I've waited this time. I want to get first train of the year on it, so that's what I'm gonna do. Finally, we got a ride operator testing this ride. Oh man, finally. The wait is hopefully almost over. Oh man, I'm excited. Boss is open! Finally! Oh my gosh! So excited! Gotta be first train of the season. Let's go! My gosh, it feels surreal to get this on. Get back on this one again. Oh man. I am so hyped right now, it's not even funny. My goodness, this thing is so good. I cannot wait. Oh, I am so excited. Words can't contain my excitement. Oh my gosh. I don't care that it took that long, I'm doing it. So, let's do this. Only one way to start this. Front row. That's the only option. Unbelievable. the Flash Pass riders pretty much took up that entire train, stole first train of the season from me. I am so mad about that. That is the most frustrating thing that could have happened. And it happened. Despite getting gypped out of first ride of the season on us like that, that was just as good as I remembered it being. And the track work they had done was so much smoother. It made the ride so much smoother than I remembered it being. So that's awesome. So I am very impressed how good this ride is running. So I guess I might as well do a second lap or so since it was so good. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Probably the one the best.
Got round 2 done, and it was much better than my first round because I didn't get stapled at the bottom of the first round this time, so the air time was really good. So I need to go back to Justice League because I've only done that twice up until now because I've spent a lot of my days waiting for the boss to open. So I'm gonna do that after I get some more shots of this ride running because it's harder to see later in the year, so that's why I'm filming it right now.
Yes, second.
Was it correct?
On my way down to Justice League, I think I'm gonna ride Colossus because the line is actually quite short. And you can get some good shots of Boss and Eagle running through the trees from up there. So I'm gonna do that right now before the trees start to grow in and the line for this builds up. So I'm gonna do that since I'm right here, and then I'll go to Justice League right down the hill. Must you be in here, you stupid wasp? Can't you just get out of here, please, and let me get some footage in peace? Did not expect to ride the train, but since it was right here, I figured I'd hop on it. Also, that was the most stressful Colossus ride I've ever had. Like, that wasp that you saw, it was in the car the entire time. And so I figured any slight movement to the other side would give me stop. So that was very, very stressful. But I'm glad I didn't get stung, so that makes things all better. a fairly successful train lap, I'd say. Managed to get a little bit of all the coasts I could from back there. So I got American Thunder, Boss especially was really cool. And then I also got Batman, Ninja, and River King. So I got the major ones, I guess you could say, from back there. Because I did get some American Thunder ones, but those were a little bit harder to see because a lot of them were I was stopped because the train had to take on water. So I wasn't able to get too much of that, but everything else I did decent with, I'd say. So since I still haven't made it back to Justice League, I'm gonna go do that right now because it's been a couple hours and I need to get on it more because you'd think I'd have more than 2 rides by now, but that's not the case. So I'm gonna go back and ride it twice more and then figure out what I'm gonna do from there. Almost broke 900,000 in the first screen on my last ride. I think I have like 872,000 something after, so I was on fire. So I feel like I could double max if I keep up the good work tonight, I guess you could say, because I am doing really well on it right now. So I'm gonna, I think, get one more ride on this and then go back up to Boss, I think. Just like that, I managed to break 900,000 on the first screen. It was very difficult to get it, but I got it. So that's all that matters. Now I'm gonna go head over to Boss again, ride that. And then I heard that Eagle apparently might have no line. So I'm gonna go check that out again if that's the case. But for now, I'm gonna go ride Boss and then check back in a little bit, see if this ride is line will die down, because I managed to get a Zen ride on it in my last ride and I managed to break 900,000 in the first screen with it. So that's pretty good, but part of me wonders if I can actually max it in the first screen. I'm gonna have to try that out eventually, but for now, let's head back up to the Boss.
I'll say that about her dad. Oh, is Cuban here? Hello, Cuban.
I feared that the second to last row would still be rough despite the track work, but I can confirm that the track work did help this ride out a lot. It was running really smooth in the back, but I still think the front is definitely superior because it is even smoother up there, better sense of speed, and I unfortunately got stapled by the ops in the station, so the airtime wasn't as good but it was still fun. So I think that you should definitely try both if you come to this park. But if you only have time for one ride, I'd say do it in the front for your best experience. But that's just me personally. I mean, if you prefer airtime, I do think trying the back is what you should do. But I think Boss is without a doubt a front row coaster. So not bad. Unfortunately, I think Screaming Eagle might have actually gotten evacuated. So I don't think it's open for now, which is unfortunate, but I gotta deal with it, I guess. But at least I got 2 rides on earlier this morning, front and back, so I'm okay with that. So I think now I'm gonna go back to Justice League and maybe finish the night off there. Although I do need to get some more shots or stuff like that, so I might do that some more before heading back to Justice League to finish off the night there. Let's see if Freeze rolled back. I think it might. Oh, yep. Just like I thought. I heard Screaming Eagle might be back open, so I might head up that direction before finishing off the night at Justice League with like one more ride if possible. So let's head up that way and see if we can make that happen. Since Screaming Eagle had no line, I did 3 back-to-back rides on it while up here. And that was just a great way to end the night. I was so glad to finally get back on Boss, even though I got gypped out of first train of the season on it. But I still had fun regardless. I mean, Boss, Eagle, both running phenomenal, and then Justice League was always fun to get back on. So I think it was a fantastic day. I managed 9 on Justice League, 5 on Screaming Eagle, 3 on Boss, 1 on Supergirl Skyflyer, Colossus, and then 1 lap on the train. Overall, it was a good day, despite getting gypped out of first train of the season on Boss. So, as always, stay tuned for the next one.